Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't done a video in like over a month, and I really just want to start making more videos and just start posting more often and just jumping right in. So without further ado, today I'm doing a video using the new Morphe 3502 palette. I got this probably a month ago now. I've had the chance to use it a handful of times and it's easily become my favorite eyeshadow palette, especially for the price. It is $23, and what's even better about it now is that you can get it on Ulta. That's where I got mine. I ordered it off of Ulta.com because I had some other things to order off of there, and I just thought it was perfect timing. It is super, super warm. I like that it comes with the names because the other Morphe palettes I have do not have the names. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my god, I love it so much. Today I did like a warm brown eyeshadow look with it, which is obviously very accomplishable with this palette. Everything's warm, which is my absolute favorite. The shimmers are just as good as the mattes, but I'm not really a shimmer type of girl. I don't know, I always love putting shimmers on everyone else's lids, and when I put it on myself, I just don't fall in love with it as much. I just tend to lean towards mattes on my eyes, but doesn't mean that these shimmers are not gorgeous, because they are. I have used 3 of the shimmers and they were all gorgeous. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right in and get started. So the first thing I'm going to go in with today is some primer. This one's from First Aid Beauty, the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is a favorite of mine. I basically use it every time I do my makeup. I'm almost out, and I probably will order some more when I do my Sephora VIB sale haul. I've been trying out this primer from Urban Decay. It's the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It's like a sample size I got in my Play by Sephora box. And so far I've really been liking it. It's a really thick texture. I've just been putting it in the center of my face where I get the most oily. And I have to say I'm very impressed with it, and I kind of want to buy a full size. So for foundation today, I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. I got this a while ago and I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but I thought I would give it another try. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to use a sponge from L'Oreal to apply it. So I'm kind of giving this foundation another try today. A second chance. I have been breaking out super bad lately. I don't know what is going on. I haven't been eating the best, so maybe that's why. You are what you eat, right? So with that being said, I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup because I've been trying to just let my skin breathe. And normally, like, I like to wear makeup when I am breaking out to cover it up, but I just feel like it makes this texture of my skin look so awful when I have makeup on lately. I've just noticed like a lot more texture in my skin than there ever was before, which is really fun. Alright, so that's one layer of the foundation. To me, this is a medium coverage. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. One thing about this foundation I absolutely hate is the packaging. And I will say this about any foundation that has this packaging because I absolutely hate pouring it. I wish I had a pump. Let's see if we can build this up to full coverage. It's definitely more full coverage than it was before. Builds pretty nicely. For concealer, I'm sorry I use this every time, but it's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I use the shade Light. So I'm trying really hard not to listen to Christmas music, just because I do get sick of it really quickly. Well, not really quickly, but if I start listening to it now, I'll be sick of it come Christmas, and there's no fun in that. So I'm trying really hard not to listen to it. Alright, so I'm going in with the RCMA No Color Powder like I do every time. I'm using a setting brush from Real Techniques. It's my favorite brush to use for underneath the eye. And a little bit of this powder goes a long way. So definitely don't apply too much or you might look a little cakey. Then for the rest of my face, I always just take a larger powder brush. This one's from Sigma. It's a large powder F30. I'm always tapping off excess. Like I said, you do not need a lot of this powder. A little bit goes a long way. I'm going to move on with bronzer. This one's from Benefit. It's the Hula bronzer, a classic bronzer. It is one of my favorite matte bronzers. I'm using it on this big fluffy Tarte brush. I'm gonna do a little bit across my forehead, taking a little bit and going down my neck. Next, I'm gonna contour. I'm using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This palette has seen better days, guys. It is beat. I'm going in with the middle contour shade on a large angle contour from Sigma, dabbing it in a few times, and then tapping off a lot of the excess because this is a very pigmented palette. I've really been liking starting off a little bit higher with my contour and kind of blending it down. So otherwise I've noticed I apply it way too low and it's really doing nothing for shaping my face. Then just take the excess and go over the rest of my bronzer with it. Also, I'm going to take a little bit and go along my jawline. Now with the same contour palette, I'm going to take this small blush definition brush from Sephora, but I always use this for underneath my eyes and to carve out my contour. As you can see, I use this middle shade. It's a yellow brightening shade. It's perfect for underneath the eyes. And I take that color and a little bit of this color. I guess I should say the colors I'm using, Lyric and Levitation. And I use this, like I said, to carve out my contour and just make it pop more. Then just putting a little bit where I used my concealer just to brighten it up. And then just kind of blending my bronzer up here. Next, let's use some blush. This one's from NARS in the shade Madly. This is one of my favorite blushes. It's just a very neutral blush that goes with, in my opinion, just about every look. And then I'm using a brush from Real Techniques. It's the Multitask brush. And it's not like a super pigmented blush, so I do dip it in there quite a bit. But like I do with all my other products, I do tap off the excess. I'm going to start on the apple of my cheek and work my way back. Just kind of pushing it into my skin. And then going over it and blending it. So same thing on the other side. Alright, and then to highlight, I'm going in with the Balm Cosmetics Mary Luminizer. I love this highlight. It's like a very light vanilla champagne color. And I'm using my favorite highlighting brush, the Morphe M510. I'm gonna take some primer. This one's from MAC. It is what I use every time. It's Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot. So I'm really excited because today I'm gonna use my Morphe 3502 palette. The one negative thing I will say about this palette is that there is not a shade to set down your eyelid. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I obviously have other colors I can use, or you can just use powder. Set down that primer. This is just essential to blend out all the other eyeshadows on top of this. Otherwise, it can look patchy if you just go in with your eyeshadows directly after the primer. And I set it all the way up to my brow bone. First shade I'm gonna go in with is Universal. I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. And today I'm just gonna go for a smoky brown matte eye look. Next, I'm going in with these two colors, pretty similar to this one, but it's just to deepen up the crease a little bit more. And those shades are called Orb and Tan. Next, I'm going to take a more concentrated crease brush and start with my brown shades. So I like to use a lot of shades out of this palette, guys, so just because there's so many browns that it's fun to use them all and experiment. But I think I'm going to go in with these two right there and probably this one, which are the shades Flux, Contour, and Spice. And all these shades I like to focus on the outer corner of my eye and then slowly bring them into the crease, just to blend them into my transition shade. Gonna go back in with the first brush and blend out the edges. The key to any eye look is just to keep blending. It can be time consuming, but it pays off in the end. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a deeper brown shade. I'm kind of going to dabble in a few different shades here. I'm going to use Stone, So Warm, and Toast, which are these three down here. And for this one, I'm mainly going to focus it on my outer corner. So basically what I do from here is I just keep using the same colors I've been using, and I just add as much as I think I need and just blend, 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 blend. Okay, and then I'm just going to use the same colors I used on the top of my lid on my lower lash line. Alright, I'm gonna go do my eyebrows, my mascara, and I will be right back. Alright, so my brows and my mascara are on. This brow turned out good, this one looks like crap. I always try to remember that eyebrows are not twins, they are just sisters, but sometimes I swear that this one is an evil stepsister because it hates me. Next, I'm gonna line my lips. I'm gonna go in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. It's my favorite lip liner ever. It's getting pretty low. I need to get a new one for backup. Alright, I'm going to use a shade I haven't used in a long time. It's from Colourpop, and it is the color Taurus. It is a warm brown shade, so perfect for this look. This is a collaboration Colourpop did with Kathleen Lights, and I love Kathleen Lights. I have bought everything she's came out with, except for her Kale Polish line, because I really don't wear that much nail polish. And then to finish off the look completely, I'm going in with my rose water, of course. And then with my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Alright guys, so that is the finished look. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.